What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the free-to-play series. And today we are going to level up our judge and max him out and use him in some league battles. Now, the reason I'm choosing judge is because in the summons I did for a Green Bull and Fujitora, we actually managed to max him. Judge was one of my favorite characters to use. 6-star the judge. If he ever gets a buff, you have him maxed. And more importantly for me is that before I start my free-to-play account, I actually used to have an old account when I first started Bounty Rush over 6.5 years ago. And on that account, Judge was actually one of my mains alongside Jozu and Ennie's Lobby Robin. So I really loved using him at the time. I even have a video called Judges Underrated. And, that was more than 3 years ago, right? So I'm very excited to use him again. And I know that right now with the current buffs, he's pretty solid. And while the buffs we got, we didn't get it for so many characters, we actually got it on some we got very good upgrades, and so I'm very happy with that. So I also want to do some summons first, not on Big Mom because she's pretty bad, and not on this banner because none of these characters got buffs. And I understand if you're a collection player and you want these characters for collection, I understand, but I wouldn't recommend summoning. Now this banner, however, here I already did the first multi because it was free and I was just excited to do a pull. But I want to do summons for the Silver Medal 99 because that one is good for blue characters. And so we'll use that on Judge. 18% are always nice. And the other one for red is also a nice bonus to get. And also, we're going to be getting some shards of Judge here. So I think this is a solid banner because all the buffed characters are on it and rated up. And of course, I'm doing it mainly for the medals. So let's go ahead, do some skips. We got a defender that we didn't have. Koala, very, very nice. Because our Koala is going to be good for support, right? All these dark characters and light characters will eventually be used once they're maxed for my dark support. And Dory, of course, we did summon for him when he first came out. And he was one of our mains. So, of course, he's already maxed. Alright, second multi, nothing. And we got the silver medal. And usually, guys, I would recommend stopping at step 4 because usually step 5 is a bait banner. But in this case, step 5 isn't so bad for 2 reasons. Well, the first one is that we're guaranteed frags along with a featured character. But also, step 1 of the next multi or the next rotation is free. So for 50, you're getting a guaranteed unit, some frags for one of them, for all 3 of them, sorry, and a free multi. I would say it's worth it. And I'm mainly doing it because I actually want another of those silver medals. So as you can see here, we're getting an attacker, so that's Boa. So that's very nice. And Kobe as well, another unit we definitely want to work on because he's dark and that would be great for our support. Now, I probably won't be able to max out Boa just from having one copy, and nor am I interested in doing that. But of course, if you guys love these units, go ahead, do as many rotations as you need. So the first multi was free, we got some cola. Second multi is only 30 gems. And again, another Dory, so because he's also one of the featured ones. And I think we're just going to stop at step 3. I also want to clarify something, guys, that I'm doing summons because I actually want that gem count to go down, right? I mentioned this earlier, but when I have so many gems, I don't feel super excited when we get 50, or when we get 100, or when we get 20, because I have so much. Getting 4,000 or getting 4,300 doesn't make me feel like, wow, I'm so happy, and so for that reason, I actually would love to get that gem count down, right? And I know the best way to do that would be to summon for like an EX or something, but obviously I have no interest in doing it. So so I think we're gonna stop here, right? Doing another 100 gems. I might go ahead do it on my own if I care about this one, but when equipped to a red spawning in red, you increase damage out by 5%. It's definitely not a bad trait. So it could be something I look into in the future, get another 50 from here. So we'll definitely look at that. But another thing I want to do is come to this thing. And this might not be the smartest thing ever, right? Definitely getting these is going to be my priority eventually. So, but it's 20,000. What I want to do now is get these. I want to get 400 for him. Well, I can't get 400 yet. So let's just get the 300 along with the 50 we already got. So I can get some hyper boost on it. Now my judge is already maxed, but this is gonna allow us for some hyper boost. Now, is that smart? I don't know. But I definitely just want to do it for fun for one of the units that we have here. So there we go. Mr. Judge. This is the metal set I'm going to be using on him. I'm going to add some of those new traits we got, but with his own set. It's not the best set. This is not, I'm not recommending this set. I just like using some weird stuff sometimes. So this one gives me some damage reduction in the treasure area. This one, when enemies inflicted with shock, I get some HP recovery, which is cool. One of his skills does that. And in case I don't inflict them with shock, I can get skill 1 cooldown by 6%. So I think this is a cool set. It's not good, right? Look at the tags we have. We only have 2 tags, right? Increased damage on skill 1. Not the best set. I'm not recommending this for anyone, but I'm just, it's a set that I find pretty cool. So first off, let's max out his level. Yeah, have tons of these resources, guys. As you know, we also want to start using them, right? I miss the feeling of not having enough resources to max everything, and you just gotta save up slowly, right? Seeing 999 plus, especially of those black orbs, you know, like these ones, definitely that we want to get that number down, right? So we're gonna do it as we build up our green support and other stuff like that. So we want, with him, we want HP for sure. So let's get the maximum amount of HP here because of the Reiju, right? So how many do we need here? That's what I wanted to max out. So we need maybe 100 more, and then we can get full HP on him. And that's just to make the Reiju have as much HP as possible, make her even harder to get down, right? So that's why I want this. Of course, if you summon on his banner, you can get that done. And so yeah, so that's our Judge. Fantastic unit, amazing traits. The Reiju can deal a lot of damage if you guys want to go ahead and read stuff. And so yeah, we're gonna put him in our blue team. He's gonna be the first buffed unit we use. I actually worked a lot on this Nekomamushi, but enough shards to get this one, so I could use him when he got buffed, but I just was really busy at that time, so I never ended up using him. Same thing for Hina. I'm buying her shards because last time she was one of the units she got buffed. I chose to max her out, so I'm close to getting her to boost 3, but again, didn't have time, so those two were almost useless investments in a way. Alright, so we're going to be replacing our blue team with Judge and Fujitora. Alright, so 161% support. So let's get into our first game. No real runner we need to worry about, right? I don't think Kid and Law are as deadly as they once were. I think they're pretty bad nowadays. And Lucci, of course, but not the biggest threat in the planet in terms of backcapping and stuff. We got to pay attention to the minimap for sure. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't come to bite me in the back. Now we're almost at 3,000 scores, so let's hope we win this one and get there. Let's see, maybe Kuzan wants to fill out the first flag. Let's hope nothing weird. This is the problem. I think I might have to just end up playing the game off camera and just record it from my phone, because I don't know why sometimes it just does these weird things. Because the knockback is good for us. Fighting Zephyr, we won't. Do more 1-2s against him. Just to get him they say, ask and you. See, sometimes the phone just lags. I don't know why. Okay, no runner we need to worry about. Yeah, I think we're in a very good position. Zephyr in the middle, me here. I don't think we really need to do much. They don't have a team boost coming, so we're good with that. Have a fourth flag as well. Nice Reiju. More damage reduction with that one, so that's pretty good. Good. It's not we don't have the damage reduction we had. Not above 70%, so we need to just be careful, but now we are. Nice team. Nice team. That's a decent game. We had a very good position. We held it. So that's something we need to be happy about. So give it to Green Bull. I think the whole team played fantastic there. And let's do a second one. And yeah, I'm not mad at Mr. Judge. I'm definitely not mad at Mr. Judge. So now we're at the gold 1. That's cool. Pretty good unit. Definitely in my next tier list, he's going to get a buff, because of course in my last tier list he was pretty much unusable. So now I definitely will rank him pretty high. Alright, so let's do one third and final game. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I might just not showcase. Yeah, I won't showcase this game. They had 2 players who didn't really play the game. I'm gonna skip to the third final. Oh, what? Well, that's that. Alright guys, so after that first game, luckily we won the next 2, but it's getting late. I have to go to bed for work tomorrow. What we got in our win streak is just unfortunate that the games were a bit too easy, so we really didn't do much in those games. But funny enough, I completely forgot to add the medal traits on these medals. We summoned for 18%, so we can include them here, or maybe potentially on one of these medals, and I forgot to do that. So that's gonna be there for our next set. So let's come here and do the transferring. that was pretty cool. So I'll just find them and be okay. So there they are. One when equipped to a blue, we want HP. Let's do some rerolling, hope for some nice luck. Got attack. It's funny, whenever we have these, usually attack is the one you want, but we're actually rerolling attack here. For HP, nice. Only one reroll required there. Let's do well for this one. And just need 1 HP on the other ones, and so there we go. Managed to get full HP, 18% on our Judge medal, which is fantastic. Then we're just gonna need one more 14% HP. Yes. Go. So this one, I checked. We don't have some Germa 66% medals, so now we have 68% HP with some extra HP. Now we're looking juicy, right? Especially, I really wanted to get this, at least some of these here, so that was pretty cool. So we're definitely looking juicy with the Reiju. I'll play some games and then showcase that, hopefully, without some comment. So hope you guys enjoyed.
ねじ伏せろ 光の速さは捉えられんでしょうね。